Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap, your nightly news podcast on all the news that I come across throughout the day, giving you my take as somebody who aspires to be a politician in the near future. Hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. Hopefully, all you guys are doing well. Today is November 30th. It is almost December, which is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe that. This year has gone by super, super fast. But hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. Hopefully, all you guys had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, all you guys have a wonderful week, as Monday is tomorrow, of course. It's been an interesting day in the news world, and we'll get into that here in a sec. But if you're new here, please consider subscribing. All the support would be greatly appreciated as we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the next year. I would be really appreciative of that. We're really close to 700. We're getting close day by day. So I would really appreciate all the support. Drop a subscribe if you're new. That would be super, super cool. And if you're on Substack, please also consider subscribing. It's $8 a month. All funds go to me. They help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in life, like my groceries, clothing, all those kinds of things like that. If not, you can always subscribe for free. I truly do appreciate all forms of support on this content. It means the world to me. Thank you to all of you who continue to watch my videos day after day. But with that being said, let's get into today's news. Moving on into the Trump administration segment, as we do, the first topic we have today is Trump is urging voters in Tennessee to vote. Trump is urging people in Tennessee to go out and vote. In a post on Truth Social, he wrote, "I'm asking all American First Patriots in Tennessee's 7th congressional district who haven't voted yet to please get out and vote on Election Day, Tuesday, December 2nd. For the phenomenal candidate Matt Van Epps. Matt is fighting against a woman who hates Christianity, will take away your guns, wants open borders, transgender for everybody, men and women's sports, and openly disdains country music. She said all of these things precisely and without question. It's on tape. Do not take this race for granted. The radical left Democrats are spending a fortune to beat one of the best candidates we've ever had, Matt Van Epps. You can win this election for Matt. Get out and vote for Matt Van Epps, who has my complete and total endorsement. He will never let you down." This race still looks super close, and it really could go either way. If we go take a look at the polls right now, which is something I have pulled up, I believe the last poll is still from the Emerson College, which came out around a week ago, and it says it's still around like a 2% difference. If we go try and search for 7th congressional district polls, we'll go from an article from a day ago just to look at another article to see if we can get some more information. And it looks like we're not going to be able to. But it's been a close race since we've talked about it this entire time. It looks like it's going to be a 2-point difference, which is a big deal. It's going to be a very close race. And if Democrats can win here, it would be extremely massive. As always, we'll have to see how it goes. But Democrats have a chance to do something here. And I think that is very possible. Republicans only have what's the term there? A 2%. There we go. I forgot the word percent. I don't know why. They only have a 2% win on Democrats right now, and it could very well change. 2% is not a lot. That can change with not too many votes. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the next topic. In other news, Trump says that he would have not have wanted second strikes in the Caribbean, yet he still stands by Pete Hegseth. Trump is now backtracking his support for strikes in the Caribbean after questions about the situation with Pete Hegseth and if he committed war crimes or not. Trump said the administration plans to look into this, adding, "I wouldn't have wanted that, not a second strike," saying that he would not have wanted Hegseth to go for a second strike to kill these individuals and get rid of all the things on the boat. He then pushed to defend Hegseth, saying, "Pete said he did not order the death of those two men, and I believe him." If Trump didn't want these strikes, why does Hegseth have a job? That's the real question of it. And why is he defending him? Truly, at the end of the day, this is just him deflecting. He is trying to make himself look better. He's not looked at in the greatest light right now. He's got the Epstein files, so many things like that. Not to mention this war and so many other things. He needs to make himself look better, and that's what he's trying to do here. He has expressed support for these strikes time and time again, and it's very likely that either he supported this, or if he didn't, why does Pete Hegseth have a job? Truly, he should be fired. At the end of the day, like, Pete Hegseth has been a problem throughout this administration, and if Pete Hegseth is going against Trump against his will whenever he pleases, he needs to be removed from his position. Trump does not know what he's doing. He really doesn't. He does not know who he supports. He does not know where he's going. He does not know, who he's enforcing. He should not be president. It is very clear that he is not all there because there is no way that he is going to make these comments and say all this when he goes on rants about True Social and calls this a great thing and how these strikes need to continue. Anyways, moving on into our ICE segment, we have some really interesting news as Caroline Leavitt was reportedly best friends with her family member who was detained and deported by ICE. Caroline Leavitt has been accused of trying to downplay her relationship with her nephew's mother after she was detained by ICE. According to Bruna Ferreira's lawyer, Todd Porlamau, sorry, that both of those are pronounced horrifically, and I apologize. She has seen and talked to Caroline Leavitt definitely within the past year, if not in the past months. According to her lawyer, Leavitt spent a lot of time with Ferreira at a football game where Leavitt's son and Ferreira's son were playing together a few weeks prior to the arrest that was made by ICE. It has even been reported that Leavitt is the child's godmother due to how close the two of them are. This doesn't shock me at all because there's no way that none of this impacts the current administration. At the end of the day, it's just going to happen. People are going to be impacted by this, especially people within the Trump administration. You're not going to get out of that. You really aren't. Nobody deserves to be impacted by ICE, but they will get no condolences from me because it's been very clear who they have support. At the very least, it's been very clear who Caroline Leavitt supports. She is literally press secretary for Donald Trump and his administration. What goes around comes around. And I hope this impacts her. I hope this does leave an impact on her because she has supported this throughout this entire administration for other people, and she is going to continue to support this throughout this entire administration. I mean, there's no way else to put that. If she's going to support other people being deported and detained by ICE, she deserves it. Anyways, moving on into our other news segment, we have some really horrific news to start with as a mass shooting has taken place at a child's birthday party in Stockton, California. A mass shooting has taken place in Stockton, California on Saturday at a children's birthday party, killing at least 4 and leaving 11 wounded. The victims' ages were ages 9, 8, 14, 21, according to the 209 Times, and were taken to local hospitals. According to the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, the family was celebrating at a banquet hall when 14 people opened fire on them. Information on the shooting has been limited at this time, but the Sheriff's Department is actively looking for any more information if there is any available. I also believe I read from a local Instagram page from that area, because it's the area where I grew up, that there's also a $25,000 bounty as we speak. As mentioned, this is around the area where I grew up. For those who don't know Stockton, it's not known as the safest area within the 209, but targeting children is a new low, especially for Stockton. Some sources believe this was done by 2 rappers within the area. Nothing is confirmed, but that's what some believe. Apparently, one of these rappers deleted their Instagram account after the event took place. And many residents in the local area and areas around there are calling this a terrorist attack, which very well could be the case. I wouldn't be surprised if this was done to invoke terror within the community, as they literally attacked and shot at children. It's absolutely horrific. And it once again displays the issue we have with gun violence in this country. I mean, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, a child's birthday party was shot up last night. That is absolutely horrific. We have schools shot up regularly in this country. A child's birthday was shot up last night. Gun violence is a massive issue we have in this country, and something needs to be done to solve it, because this shouldn't be the case. It's not something that should be happening as often as it does. Anyways, moving on into our next topic, our final topic for tonight. Taxpayers have spent more than $70 million on Trump to go golf this year. A new analysis from the HuffPost has reported that Trump has spent around $71 million in tax